Alright guys, so in the last video we created our hamburger menu here. We have the checkbox. We can actually check and uncheck, but we can't really visually see that right now. What I do want to happen is when we check, I want the lines here to turn into an X. So we're going to be utilizing transform and rotate. So let's go down here in menu.css and let's say toggler animation. So basically we want to take our toggler, which is our checkbox, and we can target the state of checked. Okay, so this style will only be in effect when it's actually checked. Now I want to manipulate the div inside the hamburger, which is the lines, right? So we're going to say plus. Remember we looked at the plus selector a little while ago, and we want to choose the hamburger class and then the direct div, and that's what we want to transform. So we're going to say transform, and we want to rotate, and let's rotate 135 degrees and save. And now if I click this, you'll see that it rotates 135 degrees, and obviously that's not all we want to happen. We want this to turn into an X, so we have to target the before and after as well. So let's actually copy this and let's do colon before and then comma, and I'm going to paste this in again, and we're going to do after as well. And let's set this to be from the top 0, and then we want to add a transform for these of 90 degrees. So we want transform rotate, and we want to rotate these 90 degrees, and we'll go ahead and save and click, and it's doing exactly what we want it to do, except it's not transitioning. And the reason for that is I actually forgot to put transition on the hamburger div. So up here we want to add in transition, and we'll say all, and let's say 0.4 seconds, and we'll ease. So let's save that. Now when we click it, it actually spins and has a transition. Now I just want to put a comment in here, and we'll just say that this turns lines into X. Okay, again, just so you know what does what. This one right here moves line down. And another thing that I want is when it's checked like that, right now the input's checked. That's how this is happening. When it's checked, if I hover over this, I want it to kind of just spin back if I'm on it, and then if I go off, spin back again. So we can go down here and let's just say rotate on hover when checked. So we're going to target menu, Jesus, I can't type, menu wrap, and then toggler, and we're going to say when it's checked, when we hover, then we want the hamburger div. So whoops, we want to do class hamburger div. We want that to rotate, so we'll say transform, and let's say rotate, and let's rotate it 225 degrees. All right, so now if I check it, it's checked right now, and if I hover over it, it will rotate 225 degrees. Close it up. So this is giving us the exact effect that we want. Okay, so now what we want to do is move on to the menu itself. Okay, these links here, we don't want those to be visible at first, and then when we click this, we want those to show up, and we want to add that overlay and that style. So that's what we're going to get to in the next video.